Hi, welcome back to my channel, 18 Crow Tarot. I'm Stacy. And let's do an energy check to see how you guys are feeling. As I'm doing this reading, I'm already feeling my throat, feeling like it's closing up. So let's see what comes up. I was asking Spirit what, I used the Spirit of the Wheel meditation deck, and I was asking what the theme would be, like what do you want me to talk about in this reading? And this card came out. 14 equals to 5. 5 is equals to change. It's a very good moment to change. Is Stone of the Ancestors, higher good, guidance, and choice. So it's about the choices at this moment. And it says, prophecy is, listen carefully to what sacred messages around you, to the sacred messages around you. When the spirit of the ancestor calls to you, there is much at stake. The Stone of the Ancestor card teaches you that every decision you make and every action you take, either indirectly or directly, affects another. It is like a pebble thrown in the water, forming ripples and spreading outwards. Think long and hard about choices you are contemplating and consider the consequences for your future. At times, we have to make sacrifices to fulfill our destiny. The ancestors help us distinguish what is worth holding on to and what we should be letting go of. If you have any doubts, call upon their ancient wisdom to help you to make the best choice. When your decisions carry a purpose beyond just the self, you can be assured the ancestors will be pleased. That does not mean giving up on what you want, but it does require thinking about the ripple effect before you toss the pebble. Self-learning is truly a lifelong process, but much heartache and pain can be avoided if we think about the long-term effects and make our choices by listening to our higher self as well as the guidance of the ancestors. The prayer: guide me, Spirit of the Ancestors, to know my place within this world and to be aware that everything I do affects others. Provide me with the courage to fulfill my destiny and to evolve towards the higher good. So that's really beautiful. From here, I want to do pick a card and to call upon the ancient wisdom to help you make the best choice. So we'll do like a pick a card and see, pick a card pile, like I don't know, maybe 3, and see what guidance. Oh, that's one. What guidance? Oh, my throat. What guidance comes forth? Oh, now you saw that one. What guidance comes forth for you in whichever decision on your mind at this moment in time. So in any point of this reading, if something resonates, take the wisdom of that and leave the rest, okay? Oh, something weird. Okay, let's see. What situation? All right, so actually this one fell over here. Let's do this one here. If they flip, I'm not gonna flip them around. Oh. So let's flip this one around like this because that one came up forward. This is funny. I should have paused the... Okay, so this is gonna be wacky. I'm actually gonna pause it just so they don't turn on you. Never mind, I'd rather do it on the on the screen. Okay, so for situation 1, for situation 2, for situation 3. Okay, let's see the messages for 1, number 4. Oh boy. Number 1. Alright, let's see for our situation 2. Oh. Let's see for situation 2. Let's see for situation 3. Oh. Alrighty. Let's pick. Pick one. Oh. This one came out with 2. Let's pick for 2. For the middle. This one came 2. And let's pick for the first one. Oh, perfect. Maybe one more? Or no? Okay. Alright. So focus on which one you want. If you already saw something that drew you in. We'll start. Okay. So for the affirmation, it's reaching out, number 12, which is equals to 3, is creation. And this is the crown chakra as well. So it's connecting to everything. I reach out my hand and my heart to connect to and unite all of humanity. The flame and the underworld. The situation could be I'm sorry. Yeah, my throat chakra is for real waving the flag right now. Eternity. And there's a warning about it. We have scarcity, working together to find happiness. From scarcity, okay. Let me see, does it fit? Yes. Okay, so the message for this, let's see, the best decision you can take is to shift your perspective. Reach out, I feel like, for the higher good, because this is the message of it, like asking for guidance, right? So reaching out for the consciousness and connecting to humanity in a way that you carry the flame. And it feels like for the person who's seeing this and, you know, the viewer right now, you've connected to the underworld, or you've been through stuff that it allowed you to see your own flame, to see the light that you have. It's almost like you might have called it like a curse. You might have felt like you were cursed or something. But there's also something about being on TV, being perhaps you having a book, having something that makes you immortal, right? Like your knowledge, you're out there for forever, basically. But I want to know what the warning is. Perhaps there's a warning. Perhaps you're being asked to listen to the warnings. So let's find out. And for here, it's just like working together to come in union. Can you tell us more about this warning card? The Fool. So there's a new beginning happening, and it's like having possibilities drop at your feet. But I think you're being asked to be very aware of like the details. The Prince of Wands. So it's having a very passionate, like you have the flame. It's a very firecracker, the starter. So perhaps don't be as impulsive. Allow yourself to check, to introspect, to analyze, self-analyze what is coming from you and what is perhaps coming from a shadow part of yourself. Yes, and go into meditation before taking any action that would affect your future. So this is the outcome, and it feels like as long as you keep yourself like pacing yourself, everything will be all right. So the Way and 3 of Swords. So it feels like you could be having back and forthness. I think coming from this scarcity mindset, it's almost like you might be healing this heartbreak. You might be praying to heal this side of you, because what you want is like completely different than what you've experienced. But let's pick another deck over here. Let's see what else comes from this. You can't want a divine partner union operating at a karmic level. So yeah, if you're like in a reckless state, this is a warning that it's like your decisions matter. That just because, let's say, if you're single, if this is coming for a union and you're happy ending, right, with someone, and you're having like 3 or more, like you're just not, like you're going around not worrying about who you're hurting, that's gonna come back, and it's gonna also delay what you want if you're not like taking care of your flame or someone else's. Like if you're just acting like a fool, you know. And then we have challenge that perspective. So how can we challenge this perspective? Like if you already have set something on mind, let's say for the best decision to take, challenge the perspective before you come into a full conclusion. Pray. So you're being asked to pray and reach out and pray. I feel like this is your best advice for whatever it is that's on your mind. If this was based on love and a connection with someone, I feel like the warning is to listen to the light. It's like, okay, speak to yourself, speak to guidance, and don't let anyone else dim that light. If someone is coming in very fast, and you know, depending on who's watching and everything, and you do want to come into a partnership with someone, you're gonna have to check yourself and know when to abort mission, when to just cut it off. Let's see how your heart is. Oh. Past life, deja vu, repeated card. Yeah, so I think you're not trying to repeat that, but you are being challenged to, you are being called to challenge the perspective of the view of what you've lived. Can you see it a different way? And limit, overwhelmed, final straw. I feel like you don't have to wait for the final straw. Like if you've already hit it, you don't have to wait for that to call it quits, right? You don't have to wait for that. But know how to analyze it and just be like, okay, I've had enough. I've seen enough. The underworld is almost like the insufferable pain, you know what I mean? The lack of, the torment. I feel like that brings out, because from heartbreak, there's so much that is born from there, that now it almost gives you like a better guidance, a better decision making in order to bring forward a better life. If it's not only for you, but it could be for the people around you. You know, you can affect people's lives by what you learned and knowing like when to limit it. Like, are you going to be continuing that pattern, or will you be one of the people that bring about that change? So for the warning, the crows, they signal out to other crows when something is in danger, or something's coming, the weather or whatever it is. It's like they communicate, they communicate with one another. And we have 3 cards here that are asking you to communicate with a higher guidance, to go within. All right, so this is for group 1. Oh wait, let me see. Hold on. Any confirmations? Any more to this? Alrighty, we got 3. Temperance. Ooh, an inverse. So yeah, so it's like coming in balance, balancing out this lack of, like this prideful self, and digging in, the underworld, the moon, the mysteries, digging into yourself. It feels like that's what you're being called. This is the best decision to make. It's self-analyzing, checking yourself first. Checking in with yourself, checking yourself first. Because this is a call for you to acknowledge that you're probably not behaving well as well. Because operating at a karmic level, it means that you're also not rising to the standards that you want. You want good from people, but you're not operating at that level. So how are you going to attract that? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's going to call you forward to make those changes and not repeat patterns and karmic lessons. We have 2 karmic. This is like a confirmation for that, okay? And I say that with love, obviously. And let's do a card to anchor this message. Synthesis. What the hell is synthesis? I'm gonna Google that real quick. It says the combining of separate elements or substances to form a coherent whole. Wow. Look at that. Temperance. Synthesis. You're tempering yourself, like you're the underworld and the physical world as well. Wow, so that's your word. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and feel free to watch the other ones if they also call to you. There might be a message in them as well, okay? Have a beautiful day.